What's up? I'm Troubleshoot. In this super quick guide, I'll be taking you through downloading and setting up Fallout London now that it's actually released. In the description down below, you'll find a link to the official release page that tells you about how to get the mod, get it set up, and of course, play the game. That's exactly what I'll be running through in this video now. Essentially, Fallout London is being distributed by Good Old Games, and of course, you will need a GOG account in order to download it. Don't worry, it's completely free. And on top of that, you don't necessarily need to own Fallout 4 on Good Old Games. A Steam copy will work just fine, though the installation steps are a little bit more confusing than just clicking install. If you own Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition or Fallout 4 with all of the DLCs on Good Old Games, you can simply one-click install it and it should be done. You'll find a link to the Good Old Games page down below. But of course, if you're like me and you own the game on Steam, then the installation steps are going to be a little bit different. First of all, we need to downgrade Fallout 4 to a previous version where this mod actually works, and then we can install the mod itself. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this, which is a few minutes after the release, the automatic Fallout London Downgrader doesn't seem to be working properly, or at least doesn't work properly with accounts with two-factor. Essentially, when you download it and run it, the full-on Downgrader will downgrade your Fallout 4 copy, install a few mods required to get this thing working. Then, at the bottom of this page, you'll also find some recommended mods that you can consider installing to make your experience better. In the future, you'll be able to just download the Downgrader, sign into Steam, which allows the program to download the previous versions of Fallout 4, and it'll get everything set up for you. When it'll actually work, you can choose manual download on the Nexus mods page, scroll down and choose manual download here next to the Downgrader. And assuming you're signed into Nexus mods, it should start the download as soon as you click slow download. Then, when it opens up, you'll see a window like this, followed by another window like this. First of all, you'll need to find where Fallout 4 is installed. In order to do so, right-click Fallout 4 on Steam, hover over Manage, and choose Browse Local Files. Then, you'll see a folder like this. Right-click at the top and choose Copy Address. Then, in here, choose the folder icon, navigate across to the correct folder, so you can either paste it in at the top or do it manually. I'll select it at the top, paste it in, and hit Enter, and now we'll click Select Folder. We've accomplished the same thing. We'll click Continue, and it'll require us to sign into Steam. This allows this program to actually download and install all of the previous bits that go together to make Fallout 4. You'll find steps on the release page for Fallout London down below, where you can choose manual download over here, and it'll tell you everything that you need to manually download and set up in order to get this thing working properly. This seems to be the way that we need to do it here, as if your account is secured by two-factor, when you try to sign in here, it'll simply load forever, and the window behind it should ask for your Steam Guard code. Unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't seem like we can type in here at all. So that's kind of a letdown. This program seems to be currently broken. We'll close out of this and we'll do the manual downgrade and installation. And of course, that doesn't require you to put in your Steam password anywhere that you probably shouldn't. Of course, if you chose to use the Downgrader, things should be automatically done for you. So this tutorial is going to be a bit longer than it needs to be. At least in the future, this will be fixed. And of course, I'll have an updated video showing you how to do it when it is. But for now, head across to fallout4london.com/release and scroll down on this page here to manual installation. Expand downgrading Fallout 4 manually, and this will run through everything we need to know in order to get this going. Okay, so first of all, we'll need to copy this over here, Steam Open Console, and we'll need to paste it into the URL in our browser, click Open Steam, and now we can type commands into Steam using the text box at the very bottom here. We'll need to download each individual part of Fallout 4 and put them together when they're all done. So we'll start with this one, we'll paste it in and hit Enter. Now we'll need to wait for this to complete. Then when you see download complete, we can go across to the next command and rinse and repeat until we're finally done. So we'll do part B, run this, wait for it, then we can go to the next one. This seemed to take the longest so far, so here, paste it in, wait for this, etc. I'll run through the rest of these and skip forward in time, just so you can see how long it'll take. Just a quick note for these DLCs here, you'll need to know what DLCs you actually own. You should own all of them, especially if you have the Game of the Year edition. Otherwise, in Steam, under Library, you can right-click Fallout 4, choose Properties, and on the DLC tab, you'll see all of the DLCs that you own here, as well as their download size. The high-res texture pack I don't think is required, and of course it is one of the larger downloads. so we'll be skipping over it probably. This first one for the HD texture pack, if you choose not to download it, you can skip this first install command. And as this is an ongoing issue, it seems like the developers of the mod are saying to not download the Fallout 4 high-res texture pack, so just keep that in mind. I skipped it because I didn't want to download it, but it seems like you may need to not download this to begin with. Click console at the very top to get back to this page. Also, you can run these commands even before the previous one hasn't finished, and it'll run them sequentially one by one until everything is done. I'd recommend checking your task manager followed by performance, then Ethernet or Wi-Fi in order to see the progress of your downloads here. When you're done, you should have 14 different folders in this location over here. See Program Files 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Content, followed by different app numbers. You'll also find this in the console. It says it's written to C Program Files, Steam, Content, etc. We'll copy this and paste it into a new file browser. Then inside of this app 377.160 folder, you'll find all of these different depot files, and there are 14 here as we need. Obviously, there'll be 15 if you chose to download the HD texture pack. Then in order to combine all of these different, let's call them Lego pieces of Fallout 4, you'll need to combine the contents of all of the folders into a new folder like on your desktop. So I'll make a new folder here, just to simplify things, as moving from one drive to the same drive is going to be a lot faster, especially if this downloaded to a different place, and we'll call it Fallout 4 as such. We'll open this in a new window, and we'll go one by one through all of these different depot files, moving everything, Control-X to cut, Control-V to paste, from the depot folders into this combined folder. Do this for every single folder here. Some are larger than others. Control-A, Control-X, Control-V to cut, paste everything. If you get prompted to overwrite things, just choose to overwrite or replace. After emptying every folder, we'll quickly double check all of these depot folders are empty. So I'm just using down and enter and then backspace to go back, and these are all empty. So now we can delete all the empty depot folders, and we have one combined folder with everything we need in it. These are all of the Fallout files from the previous version of Fallout 4, the one that we need to play Fallout London. Putting this all together, we've successfully created a previous version of Fallout 4 GOTY, and all we need to do now is to delete everything in our existing Fallout install folder and put all of these in their place. Though, just before we do this, we'll make this specific file read-only, so Steam isn't able to automatically update Fallout 4, undoing all of our hard work here. We'll need to find this file, which points to Fallout 4. For this, you'll need to head across to Steam, right-click Fallout 4, hover over Manage, and choose Browse Local Files to open where it's installed, especially important if it's on a different drive. Then head back to Steam Apps, so that's 2 folders up, and you should see here a bunch of different app manifest files. We're looking for app manifest 377.160. So 377.160, we'll right-click this, choose Properties, and in here, we'll make sure Read Only is ticked. Click Apply and OK. In order to update Fallout 4 in the future, you need to come back here and undo that Read Only option that we just ticked. Then we'll head back, so Common followed by Fallout 4, and this is our actual install folder for Fallout 4. We'll be deleting absolutely everything in here in order to make space for our new Fallout copy. This will get rid of all of your existing mods and things like that, so if you'd like to keep this current version, simply just rename this Fallout 4 folder instead, and you'll be able to play the updated Fallout 4 with all of your usual mods in the future without needing to re-download it. Anyways, now that we've cleared out this folder, we should be able to move everything from our combined older version here, Control-X, Control-V to paste, into our existing Fallout 4 folder, allowing us to launch the previous version via Steam. This is going to take some time to copy 34 gigs of files, especially if you're doing this on a different drive like I am. Once this is done, then congratulations, we've now downgraded Fallout 4 and we're able to install Fallout London. In order to do so, on the same release page, you'll find installing Fallout London manually through our mod managers. Expand this and it'll take you through the steps of installing the Fallout London mod. In order to actually do this, you'll need to scroll up and click the Fallout London link over here, which should take you across to Good Old Games Fallout London. You'll need to click Go to Giveaway here and scroll down until you see it somewhere over here, Fallout London. Click the Add to Library button. It does say it's only running for 160 something hours, but this is a free mod, and I assume this is only just a promotion to show it on the main page before it gets put away in its own little space. Once you've added it to your library, it should take you to a page that looks like this. Click Fallout London, then scroll down and we'll be downloading each of these offline backup game installers over here. Simply just click on each of these and wait for them all to download. In total, it'll be somewhere around 34 gigs. So this is going to take some time to work. Once you've downloaded all of these separate files, you'll have one exe, and just make sure you have everything, so sort by name, and make sure you can count all the way from 1 all the way to 9. I'm missing a 9 here, so I'll quickly download that. Alright, to install the mod that we just downloaded, you need to put all of these different parts into one separate folder. So we have the exe 1 through 9, and with all 10 of these files, we should be able to run the exe here in order to install it. So we'll choose yes, OK for English, yes, and you can choose options in order to change where this mod installs. And I'll leave everything as is, then choose install. This will unpack all of the different folders, installing the mod for us. If we navigate across here, you'll see everything unpacking slowly. Just keep in mind, you don't need to download all of these files separately. You can instead use download and install now to download and install GOG Galaxy, which is GOG's version of like a Steam game manager, and it'll automatically download all of these different parts into one folder like we just manually did, except there's a whole lot less manual clicking, but it does mean you'll need to log in with your GOG Galaxy account and of course install another launcher on your PC. Before we can actually play the game, you will need to disable cloud saves. If you have the game on GOG, you'll find a link on the Fallout London page telling you how to disable your cloud saves, which takes you across to here, which shows you the steps that you need. If you're playing the game on Steam, right-click Fallout 4 on Steam, choose Properties, and under the General tab, you should find Steam Cloud. Make sure that this is turned off. And there we go, now it's successfully installed. Once it's done, you'll choose Launch in the bottom right, and this should start the installer. It should show up as a window like this. Alternatively, head across to where this extracted to. In my case, I did it to C, followed by Fallout London, and in here you'll find the F4SC loader, as well as other things relating to this pod, but what we need is the installer over here. That's what this shortcut and the new shortcut on your desktop point to. This installer will simply choose Install here, and we'll now need to tell it where our Fallout 4 is installed. Click Change a Location over here, and we'll need to navigate to Fallout 4. Once again, you can right-click it in Steam, Manage, Browse Local Files, and this is where we need to navigate to. So for me, it's installed on A drive, Steam Library, Steam Apps. Note you only need to click these folders once in order to open them, then Fallout 4, and we'll choose Install here. Then install. We'll wait for this to finish, and of course, your Fallout 4 files over here should slowly be changing as the installer progresses. Just a quick note, this is a total conversion mod, and if you ever want to roll back to the original version of Fallout, you'll need to delete it and re-download it. And of course, as it is an older version of Fallout, you'll need to make sure that any other third-party mods you install are compatible. At the time of recording, it's been about an hour or so since it released, and it seems like the devs are still trying to get the automatic downgrader to work properly, as it's currently just a little bit broken. You'll find a link in the description down below when it's eventually fixed, and you can use the automated downgrader instead. And there we go, it's now finished installing. In your Fallout 4 folder, you'll find a bunch of new files, including the F4SC loader. In order to play the game, just click play here. Otherwise, use the shortcut on your desktop, or from the Fallout 4 folder, you can choose to manually launch F4SC. Once it launches up, you're able to click New Game over here, hit Enter to continue, and we'll be able to create our character now. Just keep in mind that you won't be able to use normal Fallout 4 saves, as, again, this is a total conversion mod. You will need to start a new profile. After watching the quick new intro, you'll be creating a new character in the New Character Selection screen, and now we can customize our character. I'll just hit A a few times, and with something I'm happy with, I'll continue here. Of course, you can spend a lot of time customizing your character, but I just want to show you what the world looks like quickly. You can sync some points, give yourself a name, and continue. Then some traits, and without too many spoilers, there we have it. We're out into the actual world, and of course, to prevent any spoilers, this is where I will be leaving it. But now you know how to install Fallout London and get it working properly. When the official Downgrader tool starts to work, I'll make sure to link a video down below showing you how to do it with that method. And of course, if you'd like to install any of the suggested mods as well, you'll find a link down below to that too. So anyways, that's it for this quick video. Hopefully you found it useful. Thank you for watching. My name's been Troubleshoot, mind the gap, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.